the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising future generations to meet their own needs. And if an organization is sustainable, it means that it is economically viable, it is socially just, and also environmentally friendly. So if your campus, if your organization, if your business, if your bank is operating in a way that it does not fulfill the nexus of environment, social, and economic, then it is actually contributing to the destruction of the world. So it is about changing mindset. Let's talk about some of the case studies that have shown success in sustainability. I'm not endorsing these organizations, but I'm just giving an example. There's an organization called PET, recycling company in Zimbabwe that recycles PET. You see these beverages, this water that we have is packaged in PET. So there's an organization that facilitates recycling of PET into PET flakes. But also you know that some nylon ties are manufactured using PET. Recycling of PET. So the world is now talking about a circular economy where we don't have waste. One waste stream becomes a raw material of another. What do you think this is? What do you think is in that slide? I know a number of people who think that it is the matter that you may imagine is undesired. Let me say that this is not human waste. Okay. So this is not human waste. Someone said something? Plastic. Yeah, that's plastic. That's plastic. I observed this in 2013 when I visited South Korea in Incheon. The Sudocon-led to site management company. They are, from the plastic waste, they make what we call refuse-derived fuel with a high calorific value. Yeah. So what products can WUA make from waste? We are moving, as we move with the Our Power, Our Planet campaign, we are moving from trash to cash. Can you tell your neighbor, from trash to cash? With a little bit more energy, from trash to cash.
From trash to cash.
Absolutely. I know that there are football lovers here, but one day if you get time to go to the Etihad, you will notice that Manchester City have developed the edible cups, the edible coffee cups, where you can put your coffee, drink the coffee, eat the cup. You see. So I said at the beginning of my presentation, I'll talk about the good case studies. Because these are things that are also happening in the world. So for those who will be doing their final year projects, we want projects that are transformational. We want projects that can generate intellectual property for the institution. We want projects that can create jobs. And you can be able to create jobs for yourselves. The world owes you nothing. And don't expect a red carpet treatment when you get into the world. So one of the things that you can do is to create green jobs through innovative projects. Mobile hydration stations. We see now that in a number of countries there are now mobile hydration stations, eliminating the generation of waste. So I thought I would give you a bit of promising case studies and what is being scaled up. But let's talk about sustainable marketing, which is the process of mainstreaming sustainability elements into the marketing of products and services. Goes beyond looking at the conventional product and service features. If it's a vehicle, you want to talk about its features, its maximum speed, comfort, and so on. But we are now talking about the other sustainability benefits that can arise because of that product. And we are seeing the rise of what we call green consumers. Green consumers, these are consumers who make their purchasing decisions with the consideration of sustainability criteria. What is the business case? So we don't want to be doing these things as a way of ticking a box. But there's money in sustainability. There's a business case. Because when you talk to CEOs, managing directors and board members, they will tell you, show me the money. Where is the money in sustainability? Sustainability makes business sense. I think yesterday I posted on my LinkedIn profile and I mentioned that ESG reporting should be an ongoing exercise rather than doing it as a last minute. Somebody responded to me asking how practical that is going to be, how practical is it, and who is going to meet the costs of that. So I gave them a diplomatic answer to avoid being a nut online. But I will tell you that on all circumstances, sustainability just makes business sense. Access to markets, there are certain markets you're not going to access if your product is not green. Whether it's a shoe, they will ask you, how are you treating the leather? If it's coffee, who is growing the coffee? Are you paying your workers? Recently, there was an issue in Kenya with regards to one of the top brands where there were sexual exploitation allegations in coffee plantations. You can always check these issues online. Consumers become agitated to be associated with such products. So we are now looking at the value chain analysis. From the farm to the fork. Reduce legal costs. Right now, there's a lot of litigation around ESG. The enhanced corporate image. The image of a company takes many years to build but can be destroyed in a second. So that's why we are talking about, the brand within the marketing faculty. Your professors, your doctors, your lecturers, they always teach you about the brand, its importance. I see the importance of a brand because I had to build the brand of my organization from scratch. When I founded my consultancy firm. Yeah. But one incident of abusing an internship student, there are stories that we're hearing, because when you talk about sustainable marketing, many people, they rush to talk about environment, but sustainability, remember, it's talking about the economic, it's talking about the social, it's talking about the environmental. So we are also looking at social aspects. Some companies are beating up their workers. So if you beat up your workers, you see that your products won't be competitive. If you are not paying workers going for 9 months, 10 months without being paid, then that is not sustainable as well. So when we talk about sustainability, these are things that we are looking at to say the image of your company can be destroyed. Access to investors. I had a chance of working for one of the leading banks in Africa as a consultant. And one of my duties was to do due diligence. Right now, no investor gives you money without due diligence. Even as a university, you want to get funding for research, they will do due diligence. Number one, what are your fiduciary practices? Fiduciary practices about how you are managing your finances. Do you prepare financial accounts? Do you get stable when you've got 500,000 in the account? Some people with $200 in an account, they lose sleep. Then you want a grant of 15 million. When the grant comes, everyone is like a jackal. Huh? Are we allocating the funds to the researchers? We have to do the research. Are we not diverting funds? So the first thing that financiers look at is the fiduciary capabilities. But there are a lot of other things, corporate governance, ethics. But one of the things that's now being included is the sustainability performance. So it's now eliminated. If you are not sustainable, no funding. Right. Ability to export. Right now, EU was talking about the carbon border adjustment mechanism, the CBM, where certain products will then have higher taxes for having higher emissions. Better relations with stakeholders. We don't want you to be at loggerheads with your stakeholders. Increased awareness on sustainability, build stakeholder trust. Right, greenwashing, which is really one of the key things that I want to talk about. Many of you know about brainwashing, but now there's a concept of greenwashing. What is greenwashing? And I think as marketing professionals, as branding professionals, you need to understand this. And we also don't want you to be involved in scandals when you're now working within an organization as the mastermind, because I'm also going to present later in this presentation two of the leading scandals in the history of sustainability worldwide. I'm going to talk about them as a case study. So greenwashing is a situation where an organization misrepresents its sustainability performance through misleading claims, amplifying performance, exaggerating performance, or even falsification of data. Organizations will do that. If you read annual reports of companies, ESG reports of companies, you will see a lot.